So what do you know about the Ahool, Alec?
It's a bat.
It is a bat.
It's a bat. Yeah,
And
it's more screech than ooh
Yeah.
ha ha or whatever
Is
monkey makes.
Monkey makes a ooh ha ha.
Ooh,
Primate.
ha.
Ooh ha
See?
ha.
There's accounts that this thing has like an 18 to 25 foot wingspan.
Which is insane.
Yeah, that's like 18 to 25 feet. Like that's so long. You know, that's like if you take alligators and line them up to 18 to 25 feet. That's how many there is.
And some just think it's a large jungle bird.
I'm just imagining a monkey with two giant leaves scaring some random white dude in the middle of a forest going, caw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to your weekly dose of weird, the haunted, and the hidden. This is Hypothetically Sound with Alec and Randy.
Welcome back to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you guys are having a great day. As always, I am one of your hosts, Randy, joined by the other host, Alec.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
You know, not too bad.
Well, that's a positive because it could be bad. It could be bad.
It could be bad. It could be bad, yeah.
But for you people at home, we're here, obviously, with another Cryptid Hunter episode. And Alec, tell the people who we are looking at today.
We are looking at the Ahool.
The Ahool!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The Ahool.
The Ahool. Named for its sound it makes. So it's a really easy cryptid. It's a second one in the international market that we've done recently. This one is from Indonesia, specifically the Java Forest region.
Mm.
So what do you know about the Ahool, Alec?
It's a bat.
It is a bat.
It's a bat.
Very similar to other bat-like creatures we've covered so far, the Mothman, the bat squash. And it has other cryptids that are very similar to it, but this one's a little different. You want to tell them a little bit about the Ahool?
Yeah, sure, man. Like we said before, it's a giant bat, right? Something people claim it's like a flying primate.
Mm-hmm. This is what makes it different from like the bat squash and the Mothman is while they say it is a giant bat, it is more like a flying monkey from the Wizard of Oz than it is a flying bat. At least in descriptions and lore and everything surrounding it.
It has like a 12-foot wingspan, allegedly. As you said earlier, it emits the Ahool sound as it's about to attack. And it's covered in gray-brown fur. And just like, you know, most cryptids, there's a sense of danger because it has clawed feet.
Yeah. And it's like makes it sound like you said before attacking prey. And its lore and everything around it is more around it eats fish, large fish, and things like that. But it has been known to attack cattle and humans. And what's interesting and why it's geared more towards bats is it comes out apparently at night, and the sound that it emits is much more sonic sounding than primate type sound.
Yeah, it's more screech than ooh ha ha or whatever monkey makes.
Monkey makes a ooh ha ha.
Primate.
Ooh ha. Oh.
You see what I'm saying? Great. Now people are gonna call me a monkey, and that's racist. Thank you.
Yes. You're speaking about its wingspan, 12 feet. The bat is apparently 3 to 4 times bigger than the largest bat known to man, which is the flying fox, which is a really weird name to call a large bat. But
no, because it kind of looks like a fox.
I've never seen it.
I think it's probably its ears. I'm assuming. Like I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming its ears are pointed like a fox's, and that's why it's called the flying fox.
Yeah. This is an actually relatively old cryptid compared to some of the newer ones that we were doing, like the bat squash and the Mothman. The first documented sighting of the Ahool came by Dr. Ernest Bethels in 1920. And his sightings actually span about 10 years. He spent about 10 years in the Java region, and he saw it in about 1923 for the first time, came flying out of the forest, and it made the noise. And then in 1927, he saw it again, this time flying over his tent.
Damn. Guy got lucky. Seen it twice?
Seen it twice, and like in a good 5 years apart. And locals obviously describe sighting very similar creatures for decades, warning attacks on livestock and people, warning people not to go into the forest.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty spot on to most like ancient cryptids, more cryptids that have a following overseas. They're more of a cautionary tale to smaller communities than like a look at me type thing.
Mm-hmm. It's thought that he attacks because he's territorial, so I'm assuming that the dude got lucky if he was in the territory of Ahool. Because oof. There's accounts that this thing has like an 18 to 25 foot wingspan.
Which is insane.
Yeah, that's like 18 to 25 feet. Like that's so long. That's like if you take alligators and lined them up to 18 to 25 feet. That's how many there is.
That's like if you took 18 to 25 foot long rulers and lined them end to end and looked at it. That's how long the wingspan would be.
On God, like that's pretty big. If you just like imagine it, it's at least this big. At least
this big.
Maybe this big. But it's at least there, yeah.
And I was gonna make that joke earlier when you said that the wings were about 6 feet. I was like, that's like if it was carrying me and flying. Because I'm assuming they're pretty wide as well as long. And so yeah, it's like the bats flying me, which would be a scary sight.
Cannonballs onto his prey.
Just doesn't even bite him, just
meteorite attack. Honestly, if it's picking up that kind of body weight, like I'm terrified of its arm strength.
It's just Snorlaxes.
Snorlaxes with wings. You know, it'd be a funny sight. Snorlax with like little angel wings that struggle to keep him afloat,
like the fat caterpillar.
Yeah,
from Bug's Life.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
And obviously, like with most cryptids, there's possible explanations and theories for what this could be.
Like most obviously, it's just a big ass bat.
Yeah, it was 1920s. He's in an unknown area. The bat comes flying out, and it's large. Probably was the size of the flying fox, and he just had never seen anything that big, especially with information being strictly book related and probably not very universal at that point. Some people in Indonesia believe that it is just the golden crowned flying fox, which is the largest bat. It has a 5 to 6 foot wingspan, so it would fit what he saw. And like I said, 1920s, you got to take it with a grain of salt, just because the information wasn't there. And then some people believe that the Ahool is just a larger, undiscovered cousin of the golden fox.
Yeah, which also would make sense. Like, probably something that could have potentially died out within the last 100 years. Like, even, right?
Yeah. And now we get to more fun explanations. Some people think that it is just a dinosaur that has lived. We have the alligators and they have flying monkeys.
That's kind of crazy. Chickens too. Don't forget chickens.
Chickens, yeah. So yeah, some zoologists just suggest it could be a living prehistoric flying reptile, which makes sense. Like most things that we will cover overseas are things that have a very earthly explanation. The same with Bigfoot. It's a very earthly explanation.
Yeah, gorilla on the loose. Rest in peace, Harambe.
Man who lives in forest.
Man who lives in forest. A hairy man who lives in forest.
Yeah. And then some just think it's a misidentified bird or monkey. Some theories are that it's the Javan eagle owl, and some just think it's a large jungle bird.
I'm just imagining a monkey with 2 giant leaves scaring some random white dude in the middle of a forest going caw. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Monkeys are smart, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ahool! Like,
Ahool!
Ahool! Ahool! Like, look at this fucking idiot. Like, he's freaking out.
That makes me think, going to pop culture things. Is that what the owl that licks the lollipop? Is that where it gets it from? 1, 2, Ahool.
I was wondering where you're going. I was like, when in the hell would he say Ahool?
I thought he does say Ahool. Like, he's like, 1 Ahool.
I don't think
2
he does.
Ahool.
I'll be honest, man. They discontinued that bad boy back in like 2002. I have not seen a...
Yeah, because he was impatient. He could only get to 3 licks before he had to bite it.
Yeah, and that's why I bite suckers to this day. Because if an owl can do it with no teeth, I sure as hell can.
Fair. But this one isn't as popular as some of the Mothmans and obviously stuff like that we've covered.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that is due to the fact that it is just a giant bat.
Yeah,
I think
you're gonna choose Mothman over Ahool any day.
I think it would be cool to mix in maybe like with the myth of like Dracula or something like that would be cool, or vampires just in general. Mm-hmm. And I think the idea of a giant bat that is willing to attack people is sick. Mm-hmm. But like this is on the same level of like a giant spider to me. But 8-Legged Freaks was a movie. You can make 2-legged freak or something.
Yeah, it was shown in a show called Freak Encounters. So it got a little time there. And then it appears in a book called Discount Armageddon, which is the first book in a series called Encrypted.
Okay.
Where one is living in Manhattan and then is caught in a trap and killed.
Oh. Yeah. Ooh, that one didn't get as much love as it did in Freak Encounters. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did actually mention though Ahool before, I think with Bat Squatch, saying that it has like some sort of relation to it as well, and it's not the only thing that's compared, as you were saying, like Mothman and all that kind of stuff. This also just could be some of the motivation for Mothman and Bat Squatch. Mm-hmm. Still hate that name, bro.
What, the Bat Squatch?
Yeah, you can just add Squatch to the end of anything and it works. Cat Squatch. Dog Squatch.
True.
Red Panda Squatch. Like, what the hell is that?
A very large red panda. So is it just a panda that killed something?
Imagine this. If you take all the saturation out of a red panda and make it giant, you got the Red Panda Squatch. You mean a panda? Like just a regular panda? No, it's a Red Panda Squatch.
Human squash. Are you just talking about LeBron James at this point?
See, there's something about you and LeBron James and calling him a cryptid, and I don't, especially one that matches like apes, and I don't think that's okay.
No, he is a cryptid. LeBron James is not human. He is a cryptid.
He's a freak of nature, but he's not a cryptid, okay?
Wow. You're going to call a black man a freak like that?
Yes. I mean, there's another person in the NBA with the nickname of Greek Freak. I think it's okay to call another super stud a fucking freak.
True.
The man's pushing 80, dunking on kids, literally. Like
Austin Reeves did an interview. He was like, "Yeah, I felt really weird doing a behind the back alley oop to a 40-year-old, but then he caught it and dunked it." And I was like, "Okay." Like normally, yeah, I bet that would be.
Yeah, normally, I bet people would scold you for even attempting. No, normally, but LeBron James is 20 at heart and in body, apparently.
Yes.
Man has 0 breaks and he's still going 20 years later, almost 30.
It's crazy.
So crazy.
It is crazy.
That's so crazy.
I would love for him to play until he's like 48 just so he could say I played 30 years in the NBA.
Could you imagine?
No.
I hope I don't have to.
Exactly. Okay. obviously we got off the rails here with Ahool. We covered a lot on them. Like, it's not a huge cryptid. So we hope you enjoyed that part.
18 to 28 feet wingspan. He's a pretty big cryptid if you ask me.
Who wins in a fight? Bat Squatch or Ahool?
Ahool, because Bat Squatch is only like 3 alligators put together. Ahool is like 4, so you know, head to tail.
I don't know. You might be onto something. But it's that time of the episode, this new time, where we do a segment of What Did I See? Where I will present you a story from either Cryptid Reddit or Paranormal Reddit, where this person is asking what they saw.
Okay.
It could be paranormal, or you can come up with they saw a cat. So are you ready for today's story?
Yeah, thank you for adjusting the rules for me, because I'm a dumbass and last time. So.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
I was about 7 years old. My older sister and I share a room, and we both remember this like it happened yesterday. It was sometime after midnight, dead quiet in the house, when I woke to a weird bluish glow in the corner of my bedroom. I rubbed my eyes and saw this thing. It wasn't tall, maybe 3 feet max. Its skin was this weird glowing gray-blue color. Its head was too big for its body, and it had a big reflective eyes like a cat in the dark. It was just standing there, staring at us. It didn't move like a person. It almost glided when it turned its head. My sister sat up in her bed, saw it too, and screamed. And in that split second, it blinked out. Like it vanished, but not instantly. Like it dissolved away. No one believed us, not our parents, not our friends, but we knew what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
What did they see?
It's very clearly, you're not going to believe this, but they were victims of the underpants gnomes from South Park.
I like that. I like that.
I think they were victims of the underpants gnome.
It was definitely a gnome. I definitely agree. It was some kind of like gnome.
Got caught during the panty raid and he got scared.
It was the Smurfs coming in. No, that's like it's creepy. Like yeah. I believe when people see stuff, even if it is a dream, like a shared dream is scary to me. Like for you both to wake up, like that's creepy. That's supernatural to me. A lot of people in the comments thought it could be Native American related folklore. The Pukweji. I don't know if I said that correctly. Probably not.
What was that last part of the half? Wedgie? Underpants gnome?
True. Pukwudgie. Okay. They're described as small troll-like beings that appear and disappear after glowing.
Damn. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is a fun little quick segment to end our podcast.
Yeah.
So at home, what do you think they saw? Leave it in the comments. And if you have a story of things you've seen in the past and you want to know what you saw, we will give you an answer. Is it correct?
No.
Probably.
Not.
Yes. But now for real.
Are you ready? Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
The time that everybody waits for, every single podcast. Alec, hit them with your shout out.
What if I don't want to hit him with the shout out? What if I want to gently hand it to him?
Then you open that hand and you hand it to him.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody that keeps up to date with like obscure like musical artists. Because without you, they probably like honestly with you when they see that extra view or listen, on their 300 Spotify thing or whatever, they probably pumped as hell. They're like, yeah, I'm getting out there. And you're those building bricks to that confidence that helps them become a star.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Liking and sharing and commenting on people's stuff is free. And it's just an uplifter in general. I try to do as much as I can. I love finding new young artists, not in a creepy way, to support.
It wasn't creepy until you mentioned it was creepy. Now I'm thinking it was in a creepy way. But it's fine. I get it. Not really. That's a you thing. But hey. But supporting small artists is pretty neat. And this isn't even a shill for you to support us, because I don't care.
It's fair. It's fair.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's cool to see.
But I am gonna shrill. So as always, you know where to find us. Hypothetically Sound on every site. Like, comment, and share our stuff. Go check out Alex art and stickers. They're amazing at freeallocate.com. And until next time, have a great day.
Ahool!
Deuces.
Bye.
Forgot I had to leave to end. Thank you for listening to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you enjoyed the episode. All episodes can be found at hypotheticallysound.podbean.com, as well as on Apple, Spotify, and Pandora. For full unedited video versions of the podcast, please visit us at youtube.com/hypotheticallysound.